The two earthquakes that destroyed parts of Turkey and Syria are likely to be some of the deadliest this decade, leaving thousands of people dead and tens of thousands injured in the day that followed. So why were these quakes so deadly and destructive? First, it has to do with when the earthquake struck. The first hit in the early hours of the morning when many people were still asleep in their beds, leaving them without enough time to escape. The second only hours later. Many were trapped under the rubble of their homes. Then there's the cold weather. Winter temperatures are bitterly low in Turkey and Syria, making it harder for rescuers to reach the affected sites. Amid the tragedy, questions have also been raised about the building standards enforced in the affected areas.
The depth of the first earthquake is relatively shallow. At the epicenter, it may have hit magnitude 9, which is relatively high. From the current pictures and footage we received from Türkiye, we can say that some of the local buildings have really weak seismic resistance capability.
Turkey has experienced significant earthquakes in the past, including a quake in 1999 which hit the country's southwest and killed more than 14,000 people. Because of this, many parts of Turkey have building regulations to ensure construction projects can withstand those types of events. But not all the buildings appear to adhere to the modern standards. Suspected deficiencies in the design and construction, especially in older structures, mean that many buildings could not withstand the severity of the shocks.
We received support from more than 60 countries. Of course, I will announce those countries name by name. Azerbaijan, starting with Azerbaijan. Many other countries supported us. Israel, for example, supported us. Likewise, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait. All those countries extended their supports, and still they are speaking with us over the phone and state that they will support us.
Turkey sits on the Anatolian plates which borders two major faults. The North Anatolian Fault runs from west to east in Turkey, while the East Anatolian Fault is situated in the country's southeast. The East Anatolian Fault is strike-slip faults, meaning that solid rock plates were pushing up against each other across the vertical fault line, building stress until one finally slips in the horizontal motion, releasing a tremendous amount of strain that can trigger an earthquake.
So far, this seems to be a fairly classic pattern of seismic energy decay. In other words, of aftershocks that generally get smaller, punctuated by some that are larger, and indeed, as was said, they could be significantly large at any time during the next 2 years.
Humanitarian aid and rescue teams are pouring into Turkey and Syria after deadly disaster, and many governments and aid groups have also rushed to dispatch personnel, funds and equipment to help the rescue efforts in the earthquake-stricken areas. And rescue personnel are now racing against the time to find more survivors. However, experts say the damage left by this earthquake could last for a year or even longer.